Hi, my name is Jenny, this is Otis, and we bought a trailer.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, not just Otis and I. There are 4 of us. Hi, my name is Jenny, and welcome to our brand new channel. Dylan is my boyfriend, and we met each other back during the pandemic and decided to get a job so that I was allowed to leave the house. And that's where I met Dylan. He had been working there for 2 years already. The rest, as they say, is history. So Dylan and I, because we met during the pandemic, moved in together after, I want to say 6 months of, no. Dylan and I did move in together pretty quickly after meeting because there was really nothing to do other than hang out at each other's houses back then. And so 4 months after meeting, we moved in together. And after moving in together, first I moved into his dad's house with him, and 2 months after living in his dad's house, we did get an apartment together. And since then, we've just had this crazy dream of being these really simple people. Not simple, you know what I mean. Just people who live a simple life. And for us, that started with moving to the country. We live on the water in a teeny tiny little cottage. This is literally like 50% of my house. So we moved out of the city. We packed our bags. Us and our dog Koda, our Siberian Husky, who you can imagine was very happy to move out of the city, out of an apartment.
When we stand.
Koda's very excited. She's just running around looking at everything. Are we gonna live here, huh? Yeah. Well, she's going back to the yard. Okay, bye. Have fun. Go play with your toys. Yeah. To a house with a big backyard that's all fenced in, with the water at the end. And then back in January of this year, 2023, we welcomed a little friend into our home named Otis. So we have 2 dogs, and he is the cutest little guy in the whole world. I'll put a clip of him from when I started recording just now. I'll put a clip of that right here. Ooh. Say hello. We moved in together, we moved into the countryside, but we always had this kind of dream of doing van life. Van life is such a big thing right now, and we saw everybody doing it on Instagram and everybody on YouTube, and we were just like, this is it, we need to do this. We only had Koda at the time when we started planning this, but we knew we were getting a second dog. We knew since the day we got Koda that we were getting a second dog. We ended up deciding to buy a camper trailer instead of a van for multiple reasons. The first being the cost. So I'll include all of that information as we progress with the build. But buying a Sprinter van or one of those vans, even if you buy it used, costs quite a bit of money. Plus, a lot of people put tens of thousands of dollars into their builds just to make it livable, which was not exactly something that we wanted to spend money on. So we bought a 2000 and I believe it's a 2007, or it could be a 2006. Don't quote me on that. But we bought a camper trailer, and we were just going to do some cosmetic little finishes here and there. I had wilder dreams than Dylan did, but we really didn't want to put too much work into it. And then you will see in the next few clips that unfortunately that is not how it's going right now. Yes, now I stepped. We hadn't seen this water damage before. My foot almost went through it. Oh dear. So Dylan and I have been debating the whole, should we refloor or should we not? I've been team refloor and he's been team leave it as is. I think I've just won. For those of you wondering what Dylan's doing right now, he is pulling up what is called the subfloor, which is basically just a giant sheet of plywood that sits underneath your flooring, and once it gets water damaged, it turns into just absolute ash and breaks apart in your fingers just like that. But we are very excited nonetheless. The nice thing about the camper trailer, another reason why we went with the camper trailer instead of a van build, is that we do have a little bit more space for our 2 dogs. I know people do van life with dogs. Our dogs are crate trained and we really like them having crates and sleeping in a crate, and they're larger dogs. So one of the first things that we decided is that we want built-in crates in our camper trailer build. We went with the camper trailer over an RV just because we want to be able to leave it at campsites and take our vehicle on day trips and stuff like that, especially with the dogs. And we also thought that we don't currently have a pickup truck, but the plan is to get one once we're ready to leave on the road. If we have a pickup truck with what do you call it, like the caps on top, that kind of turns the back into part of the part of the cab. No, it's not part of the cab because it's not attached, I don't think. Maybe it is. Clearly we're just trying to figure things out right now. We're trying to learn and grow as we go through things. There are surprises that are coming up every single day, and we're just trying to roll with the punches and really just live life without fear of screwing up or making mistakes. I think we both kind of realized how seriously we can both take life, and this is just something fun for us to say, like, it's not so serious, and you know, we don't fully know what we're doing. Part of the funny story is when we went to go pick up the trailer. I'll put the clips here. When we went to go pick up the camper trailer, we had rented a pickup truck because Dylan and I both have small cars. We don't even have SUVs, we have cars. Mine does have a tow hitch on it, but the towing capacity is not that of a pickup truck or an SUV. We rented a truck from U-Haul. It was supposed to be a pickup truck with a hitch on the back. And we get to U-Haul, and for some reason they didn't have this truck for us, and it was guaranteed. We booked it, we reserved it. They didn't have this truck for us, and after calling customer service and trying to find one at a different location, we ended up taking a moving truck with a hitch on the back that they gave us. So we show up feeling like absolute idiots to pick up this trailer from this from the seller, and we're in a completely empty moving truck. It's a big truck, it's a 10-foot truck. We just realized, like, things are not gonna go as planned. Things are not going to be what we expect. Things are going to be so far out of our knowledge base or our toolkit, and we just gotta figure it out and laugh at it and not take things so seriously. The past few years have been hard years for all of us, and we're just looking to start a very beautiful life for us and our dogs, one that involves many adventures. Yeah, no, we were driving about 40 kilometers an hour because, as you can imagine, the tow hitch on a moving van is quite a bit lower than the hitch on a pickup truck. So every bump we were going so slow, and some of the streets turned into one-lane streets, and so we were pulling over and letting cars pass us and then going back on the road. I had like 97 panic attacks throughout the entire thing. Dylan was calm as a cucumber. He was so chillaxed. He was doing his thing. He was in his element. I was dying on the inside. And then we were really worried about, we have a very narrow single car driveway that we were parking this thing on. And on one side of the driveway is the house. Quite literally, the house is right there. The other side of the driveway is a fence. He got it in one shot, under 1 minute. He was so good. He backed that thing right in. I was in the back kind of feeling useless. Okay, that way, this way. He knew what he was doing. He didn't need me. And then we were happy as Larry to take that moving truck back and get rid of it. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated as we're making progress, as we're getting projects completed. And I'll record Dylan. Dylan's the handy one out of the two of us. I'm learning. I'm passionate and I'm learning. But Dylan did go to school for it, and he does work in the trades. So he is quite a bit better than me, but he is also learning himself a lot of these things. He builds high-rise buildings, so this is quite a bit different than the framework that he does on high-rise buildings. And we're just going to learn as we go and teach you as we learn, and hopefully if somebody else is watching this and interested in this life, but you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious or not sure where to start, hopefully this helps you a little bit, because that's kind of where I was a couple months ago, and here we are now. We have a trailer and we have no choice but to just full send it now. So we're hoping to leave around this time next year. It depends how long it takes us to build, how long it takes us to save some money, and kind of what the living situation looks like. We're trying to be flexible on it, but we're hoping to leave in about 12 months. And we're just gonna do a year all over North America and see where the wind takes us, and bring our 2 dogs with us and just have a great old time. And so we'll keep you posted, we'll keep you updated. I'll try to get Dylan on here as much as possible, but he is a little camera shy. He's the quiet one of the two of us, but I'll get some footage of him renovating, and hopefully he can explain to me some of the things he's doing, and I can share that for you guys as well. And then hopefully in less than a year from now, we'll start posting footage of us on the road instead of building. Although I feel like building is going to be one of the most fun parts. Anyways, thank you so much. I am new here, so if you want to subscribe and follow along, I'm not going to stand here and do the stereotypical like and subscribe or whatever. Do what you want to do. But if you want to stay tuned with us, feel free to subscribe and follow along as this craziness keeps on going. Okay, see you next time.